So in the UK, they're going to pass some laws, or they're going to try to, where, wait for it, they're going to push their own people, channels and shit. Like, if it will affect you, no, hey, stop that. This is no-go zone. It's a no-go zone. No go. No. Because you're going to go back there and you're going to get even more louder than you are in here. Calling your invisible boyfriend. Cat in Heat. Part 4. So they're going to put these channels, there's been a crackdown of misinformation on the social media sites. Translation. We over here have done some dumb stuff. And we need to clamp down on how it's framed. Like over there, they let every fucking brown person, Muslim, Pakistani, Indian, Myanmar person come over there saying they're refugees because they're actively trying to do something fucked up to the people. The leaders are. And when the crimes come out, being as it is a supremely fucking different ratio that shows, hey, these guys are doing crimes. They're raping people astronomically a lot more. They don't report that. So they need to get a control measure to put their people through different channels that they say is fighting misinformation, when in fact that's not true. The lie detector determines that was a lie. That is what they do. That's how they get in. Now, it didn't work over here because we stopped the border flow shit. But it was the same plan. The plan that you get, that the people that are controlling the world, that want to steal all the money from you, from me, from homie, all the people that don't have it, to do a bunch of crazy shit that lets them stay in control and continue to do fucked up shit. And what's the fucked up shit? Well, if you have all the tax money, you could just do any kind of crazy shit if you can make a bill for it. Let's teach fucking South American children, let's make a Disney show about trans. Or a Sesame Street. You know? And then they actually make a lot of money stealing it. Maybe they produce the show, maybe they don't. Hell, it's outside of the country. Who gives a fuck? They're stealing the money doing shit like that. Everywhere. 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 All around the world, same song. That's a Humpty Hump song. So if they do this over there, it will fucking push all the normal creators back. It'll put their stooge people in the front, the shills, the ones that are giving you the talking points the government wants, which I don't want. I don't want that. It's hard enough to not find. It's hard enough to find channels and shit that's you can vet yourself to see if it's believable, if they're giving you good information, if it's information you can use or not. You know, a lot of times you get really good information that doesn't fucking pertain a fuck to you or your life. Thus, it's useless. I mean, maybe you know. I like to know what the truth is if I can find it out. I want to fucking know. That's my need to know. That I desire to know. There are some areas where it'd be a lot more preferable not to know what's going on. And you got to deal with a whole bunch of bullshit in the process of discovery. Because what happens? You find out the world's not what you thought. Mind fucked. A lot of people don't go through that process at all. They don't care. They don't care about the way the universe works. They don't give a fuck about the truth. Lie to me. You know? We've been fucking mind fucked by this since the television age has begun, because they're using very sophisticated ways to fucking put us in the trance, deliver us this shit with our fucking shields down, and we've been eating it up since we were fucking little kids. Mom and Daddy sit you right in front of the TV box, and then there you go. So the level of what it takes to snap out of it is different for each person. Maybe you want to snap out of it. Maybe you don't. You can choose. It is your choice. Maybe you give it your best. Try to find out. Then you have a mental breakdown. That happens more often than not. You know? The two worlds don't compatibly mix. You know? Go and tell a normie about the reptiles and the fucking adrenochrome. See what happens. They'll fucking brand you a misinformation, a conspiracy theorist. They'll try to link you up to something like Trump, you know, so they can dismiss you and then just murder you. In the end, the people that are fighting for truth, whoever they are, then they're on both sides. Don't get it twisted. No fucking political party has managed to fucking capture in any way, ever, any of this significantly. Maybe for just the beginning of an election. Maybe people snap up enough to change the way it would have went. Or maybe, you know, something happens, like a disaster, and people are changed for a period of time. The spell comes back. Because we've been indoctrinated to live in the spell. And pretend that everything's fine. La 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 la. You know, if you don't have anything pushing back against it, saying, hey, this isn't what it appears to be, something's not right here. We don't want to live in a world where we're being constantly fed bullshit, lied to, and then we just are okay with it. If that's the process, fuck that. That's really the change that needs to occur. You can't vote it away. You can't organize communities to do anything about it away. It's an individual fucking process. Each individual has to go through it theirself. You know, and if you're one of those that's going through it, or has the understanding of what it entails, you'll understand. And you'll appreciate. And you can get assist, but you have to be able to be aware enough and also vulnerable enough to ask for the help. And it is going to become more readily available as time goes on, because there's more and more people that have it happen, have that process happen. You don't have to, you know, they'll find you. It'll be, you know, the people that were at the spearhead of this sort of thing were born to incarnate on the world for this time experience of that. That's the one edge that they have that other people don't have. Because if you're born at the time to have all this fucking change of the earth happen, and that's why you incarnated onto the earth cycle, that's a real fucking thing. And that's happening. Those people are so diversely fit to the different niches of how shit's going down, because there is no one overall encompassing fucking methodology or method, or ain't nothing that contains it all. Everything's raw, brand new. People are trying to redo themselves, how they work themselves, how the world works, how they interact with communities, how they have relationships, all new ways. And there hasn't been a way or a process that's undergone that mass sort of fucking people going through it, the same thing, a lot of people ever in the history of the world. Not since we've been recording history. There may have been something that happened in the way, 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 way far back past, but we don't have any records of it. They don't survive. You know, when they get the Hall of Records stuff, which I think exists, I think they probably already have founded it. It's not even in the interest of the world system to even make that known. They would never put it out. There's been clues and signs of like where those halls of records were from Atlantis, because they had 3 sites before Atlantis sunk or whatever happened to it. I mean, I believe that that's a fucking fact. There's only one that they don't know where of left. I guess 2. The only one accessible easy would have been the one in Egypt. You know? They have that underground labyrinth place, and that place is massive, and you can just scan and see that there's something there. They just made the mistake when they found it. They thought that that was the... they didn't realize it was the roof to something. They thought it was the foundation of a previous structure, and it was just gone. It's the roof of a labyrinth that has miles and miles and miles of shit and goes levels and levels down. That somebody in the ancient times, I think Herodotus might have gone and visited it, and some of the Greek guys, and they said it's more badass than the pyramid. So that's cool. It's true. It is what it is. So please like and share my video. Thank you. Bye.